Any questions we want to answer?
Arc Imaging wants to show the camera movements by controlling it with the SuperJoy.
Ooh, great question. So we can control this camera with a joystick controller. Now, of course, we will want this camera to be off auto tracking, right? In auto tracking mode, you can't control it.
It would just fight
But
it.
in what I'll do here is, first of all, I will go to, we have a SuperJoy right here in front of us. So what we'll do is we'll go to the SuperJoy. And one of the great things about and by the way, let's take just a quick peek at the back of this camera. You'll see here we've got HDMI. We have we've got that SD card slot.
That's something I'm just learning about. I didn't realize that I missed that feature.
Yeah, it's a little micro SD card there. We've got the USB 3, an audio line in, so that'll be embedded into the recordings and the audio. SDI, that is 1080p 63G SDI. Our NDI port, and then serial control as well. So just take a peek at that. But what I'm going to do for control of this camera is I'm actually going to search for it via NDI, because this camera, it does have NDI, and so it's discoverable via NDI. And I was doing this earlier. I noticed it's towards the bottom here. The other thing you'll notice while we're doing this, I want to bring up the studio monitor. Okay, studio monitor is the NDI. This is the NDI free tool. It's part of the NDI tools package. And NDI Studio Monitor is a tool that you can use to view all of your NDI sources. Well, what I'd like to show here is that we actually have 2 NDI feeds coming off this. We have one for, let's see if this will do anything. So this won't do anything because this is the wide angle reference camera. And then nested in here, we have the high quality optical zoom.
Which you can record both at the same time, which is a huge advantage for people that want to record maybe a whole classroom as well as the lecture at the same time.
Yeah. So you've got both of those available to you simultaneously. Now, of course, the PTZ will only work on the optical zoom lens, but the fact that you've got access to that reference camera to record it in any NDI compatible software is a pretty big deal. So I wanted to show that. Now, in the SuperJoy, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and add this camera to channel 5, let's say, and save it. Now, I don't know if Mike is ready to show the SuperJoy, but I've added this camera to the SuperJoy. So now,
Bump it up a little bit.
I can control it.
Just the whole SuperJoy.
Sorry. Here we go. Woo! So now
That
I
transition.
can control the camera with SuperJoy. And I'll just zoom it in a little bit here. Just to show. And this camera right here, I'll zoom the camera in. Now just look at the quality, by the way. I mean, it really looks sharp. And I will just, that is the dual sensor lens there. Just looks nice.
Wide reference lens that you can use to record.
I mean, look at that. Very slow ability to control it. Come out. So yes, this can be controlled over IP. It can be controlled with the SuperJoy. It can be controlled with NDI Studio Monitor. It can be controlled with the PTZ Optics PT-Joy G4. And the cool thing about this camera, unlike others, this camera can control other cameras. So you can have up to 8 preset zones that can tell other cameras to move, and then other systems like vmix, OBS, and the TriCaster to switch and do intelligent switching. So this is more than just a camera. It's 2 cameras in one with the ability to automate your production and be an intelligent director based on simple things like where is the talent moving.